couldn't emphasise it enough. The great sin of media is we are very reactionary. I'm not saying you necessarily. Very reactionary. They're terrible. They're finished. They're back. You know. So where do you think the truth lies with this team? What we've seen for the last 18 months has been not good by their standards. What we saw in Paris was worrying. Italy, you know, could have easily drawn in Dublin. And then this. Kind of read the tea leaves. Where is this team?
Yeah, and you're right. So there's been a lot of dramatic conversations in Irish rugby and podcasts and what people are writing. And it has always felt like what we saw. We definitely saw glimpses last weekend against Italy. And similarly, today could have been a very different story. If England score a try early on, it changes the whole complexion of the game.
I know, and sorry to interrupt, like we're skipping by strange things like George Ford twice kicking penalties dead, you know, at 0-0, crucial kind of time. So things fell Ireland's way early on, which dictate, you know, the lines were set in motion. The
whole trajectory of the game could completely be turned on its head in those moments. But that's not to say Ireland created those moments as well. They didn't just fall into their hands. They showed a lot of resilience. Their defence at the start was incredible. It just created a tempo and a kind of a tone for the rest of the game that they followed up, to be fair. But similarly, if they'd scored against Italy earlier on, maybe they would have had scoreboard pressure. Italy could have chased the game. We mightn't have seen them as free-flowing as they were. They were very impressive. Ireland were poor in Paris now.
And have been for a year by their standards.
Exactly,
so is this they're coming back up for air after a fatiguing Lions tour? Is it Farrell's absence and now he's back and he's...
Is the hangover from the Lions... Is that over now?
Do you think that's a thing? Do you think it was a thing?
I was always a little bit cynical, a little bit sceptical of the hangover from that. It just became a thing that we talked about.
So what do you think was the thing?
Well, I think whatever the thing was, they brought it into Portugal on pre-Six Nations camp, and then now they've had 3 game weeks where there's been proper, 24/7. Let's work on what we're doing, and we saw the best version of it there. And I don't think it's a coincidence that they solved 2 or 3 problems. They probably solved the problem in the air last week, but they solved defence and attack. They got them both right today. I don't think that's a coincidence.
And that's where it's 3-4 weeks of training weeks compounding. I know we've been critical that are some of these Irish players caught between their provincial systems and their international systems. The international systems are certainly bedding in now, and we're seeing that come to fruition.